Guys, Tabamina here. This is the sewing part of making this beautiful dress. I'm making use of 2 yards of Ankara fabric. I made use of 2 yards of Ankara fabric in making the dress. You can make use of more. It all depends on your size. But me, I just made use of 2 yards of Ankara fabric just because of the tutorial. I just said, okay, let me just get on Ankara fabric and just do it. So today we are going to learn how to draft just down parts of the skirts. We've drafted the up parts in our previous video. If you didn't get to see it, I'm going to drop the description below this video. So please go back, watch the up parts, then maybe you come back and join this down parts. But if you have, let's get started. I'm trying to fold my fabric into 4 to get the accurate measurements. Just trying to fold it to add my allowance, make sure everything is placed very well. That's what I'm trying to do. As you can see, just trying to fold my fabric very well. If you are sewing, you don't need to rush. You just need to take your time to get the accurate measurement. It's best for your clothes or to your clothes to have excess than it not to be fitted or than it to be too tight. It's better for you to have excess. And me, I don't really like much allowance on my clothes. I just maybe 1.5 or 1 inch. It all depends. I don't like too much allowance on my clothes. I just add little allowance. So now I'm just trying to take measurements to place my fabric very well on fold to make sure everything align. Like I said, it's beginner friendly. So if you're a beginner, I guess this is explanatory, and I hope you understand and you find this video helpful. I'm trying to get the length of the down parts. You know, in the previous video in drafting the up parts, we took our waist measurement is our waist length is 17 inches. So I'm trying to take out 17 inches to get the down part of the skirt. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to mark 17 inches to draft the down part of the skirt. I was still having doubts. Should I make it long? Should I make it short? I'm sorry. I was just doubting myself. Should I make it long? Should I make it short? I was just still doubting. So that's how I was just looking. That's why it's taking this time. So I had to remeasure myself and said, okay, let me just make it to a reasonable length. So that's how it seems this part is long. So after getting the accurate measurements, I just decided to mark it here. I took out 17 inches. That's you taking out your half length, because we already drafted out the half length already. So we're just taking only the waist and the hip and the length of the gown, how you want it to be. So this is after I've drafted it. So now we'll cut it out. And make sure you add a zip allowance of 1 inch. Please make sure you add zip allowance of 1 inch. So the zip allowance of 1 inch there, and I'm trying to make sure yes, my clothes is folded properly. When folding your clothes, you don't need to rush. I'll keep it. You don't need to rush. Just make sure, cool down, arrange your clothes properly for it to be well aligned with each other. So I'm trying to say, okay. So I'm taking my hip length. My hip length, so my waist to my hip length is 9 inch. So this is how I'm marking it. And for my waist, I'm taking my waist measurement, my waist circumference. I'm taking my hip circumference, and I'm connecting it from my waist down to my hip. Hope you can see. So on the knee parts, from my hip, to get your hip and knee tightening, you remove 4 inches from your hip. If your hip is 40, you remove 4 inches. Then I remove 4 inches, like 40 minus 4, that's 36. So I mark down 36 down on the knee parts. Next, we are taking our dart measurement of 3.5. So we are marking our dart, and our dart length of 5 inch. On both sides, I just came out with half an inch on both sides. Then I connect it like this. Next, you want to mark your dart. Take your dart measurement out, and you add extra 1.5 inch for seam allowance. added 1.5. While at the down part I just added 1 inch. Don't really like much allowance on my dress. So I connect it using my cover. I connect it like this, and then I cut. And I make a notch at that place. That's all for the down part. That's all. Next, we want to cut our lining. Please, when cutting your lining, don't forget to add interfacing, please, or paper stay. Don't forget to add it. Because of the tutorial and because it's my own, I don't know why we tailors we tend to do like that. Anytime it's your own, you just tend to just sew it. If you don't have the interface, you don't have, just as far as your own. But once it's a client's own, you make sure yes, your lining, your lining, the fabric, everything is, make sure it's ironed with interfacing or paper stay. Make sure yes, you add it. Because of the tutorial, I didn't really add interfacing. I didn't add paper stay interfacing. I didn't really add much. I just cut the lining just because of the tutorial. I didn't even expect it. I didn't really need much time. I just want to make sure I finish the video, but I just tend to like change my mind, and I just had to just make it stylish a little. So this will be cutting the lining, and while cutting the lining, we want to add a little bit allowance. So next, we want to, after placing and getting our darts of the skirts. Please, this is a new method of creating that. No more holding the dart and it will be visible. This is how I won't call it. The dart will be invisible. First of all, after that place you've notched as your dart, you want to come down by the length you've taken. I came down by 5 inch, and you will turn the lining, and you turn the fabric will be at the front, while the lining will be at the back. Not that you turn it the opposite side, but you just turn that. See, maybe yes, you've turned your lining and the thing, you sew it at the front of the clothes. As you can see, at the front of your clothes. That's how you sew it. You just make a straight line first. Just make sure, just hope you just look at what I'm doing, and please try to just look at what I'm doing like this. At the front of your fabric, not at the back, at the front of your fabric. You will not hold the side, just only place it first. Then at that notched place for the dart, you just make a straight line first at the front of your fabric first, like this. Then you return it like the side. This is how it is. Then you return it like this. Return it. The back of the fabric and the back of the lining, you turn it like this. Then the 1/2 inch dart, then you take your dart line down to the point where you stopped in that straight line. Just look at what I'm doing, please. To look like, then you have to turn it back again. This is how it is. The dart is not visible at the front and at the back, and in folding the side, you have to turn it. You will turn. I don't really, but just look at what I'm doing, please. Just look at what I'm doing. One side of the skirt will be inside the other. Then you turn it over themselves. One side will be inside, then you sew straight down at the hip side, like by the side of your dress. You want to sew it down like this. You want to sew it down like this. And please arrange your fabric very, very well while sewing. You want to sew it down like this, as you can see. Then you return it. Then you repeat the same thing at the other side. like this. As you can see, this is how it will look like. Look at it. So you repeat the same thing at the other side. I guess this is the best way to make your work look more neat, and yeah, this is the best way to sew your darts than those old method of holding darts on dresses. How you do, you repeat the same thing at the back too. You repeat the same process at the back, and you make sure you give your clothes a good press. As you are sewing, you are ironing, make sure you give your clothes a good press. This is how it will come out here. This is after joining the side, the front and the back. This is how it will look. Next, we want to create a bunny panel or a bunny loop where we'll fix our bunny. So first of all, I'm trying to notch the center and make a straight line like this. If you don't have bias, you can still use the clothes, just cut like 1 inch. Use it as your bunny. This is how it will look like. Next, we want to fix our cup. After sewing the bunny channel, you want to fix our cup. You find the center of your cup and also the center of your clothes. Then you use pin to hold it round. You want to use your pin to hold it round like this before you fix your lining, because you sew your lining separately and your clothes separately. This is how it will look like after using pin to turn it. So after using pin to hold it, this is how it will look like. Then you go to the machine and sew it round. This is after sewing and giving it a good press. Next, we join our lining like this. Want to use your liner turn. Next, we want to fix in our bunny. Getting our bunny, you mark the length, then you minus like 2 inches, give it like 2 inches space for the bunny. Next, we want to join the down part and the up part together. This is how it's looking, so neat, so nice, very demure. Yeah, you join it, and this is how it came out. If you're still watching and watch the end, thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe for more tutorials like this. Bye.